Even some of the biggest companies like Intel can run into trouble when entering a market for the first time. Look at the Intel Arc A700 series GPU. So, when Redmagic, a company known for gaming smartphones, entered the PC gaming peripheral space, we didn't expect a premium experience. But boy, were we mistaken. Hi, I'm Joy Morales from MakeUseOf.com, and today we'll check out the Redmagic 4K gaming monitor. The Redmagic 4K gaming monitor is a 27-inch 4K Ultra HD IPS display. That means its maximum native resolution is 3840 by 2160 pixels. The IPS display also means you get a wide viewing angle. But aside from the resolution, the 4K gaming monitor also has a 160Hz refresh rate and a 1 millisecond response time, perfect for competitive first-person shooter gamers. It also has AMD FreeSync Premium, preventing screen tearing and other unwanted artifacts. Although the monitor is not OLED, it uses mini LED technology for its backlight with over 2,000 mini LEDs. So, although you don't get the infinite contrast of OLED, its 1,000,000:1 contrast ratio should be more than enough. Aside from that, it's also Vesa Display HDR 1000 certified, meaning it is HDR capable and can hit the peak brightness of 1000 nits. The display is also color calibrated from the factory with a report in the box. According to that piece of paper, it covers 99% of Adobe RGB, DCI-P3, and sRGB color gamuts. So, not only can you play intense games that demand high refresh rates, but you can also watch movies and other video content in HDR with accurate colors. It's also great for a content creation workflow, and you can do everything in 4K, provided your computer can deliver. The Redmagic 4K gaming monitor is a highly capable display, but of course, you need more than just the screen when setting up your PC. So, what do you get in the box? Inside, it comes with a nice black and gray bracket and base assembly, a beefy 240-watt power adapter, 4 different cables, and 4 hexagonal studs for Vesa mounting. Because of this monitor's 4K 160Hz specification, we highly recommend that you stick with the included cables or use an HDMI 2.1 or DisplayPort 1.4 rated wire. We initially ran into problems setting this up because my computer is far from my desk and I use my pre-existing 3-meter HDMI 2.0 cable. My computer either would not boot or crash soon after turning on when I first installed the monitor. But after 4 hours, I figured that the source of the issue was my slow HDMI cable. When I temporarily sacrificed my cable management and placed the included HDMI cable across my desk, all my problems disappeared. However, HDMI 2.1 is only limited to 4K 144Hz. If you want to push it to 160, you should use the included display cable or have a DisplayPort 1.4 cable handy. Alternatively, you can use the included USB-C cable. Speaking of which, the USB-C cable is a godsend if you have a gaming laptop or a MacBook. Although I cannot find the exact specifications for the USB-C port on the monitor, it does transfer data and power your device simultaneously. With its 90-watt rating, it's more than enough to provide juice to your work laptop while you're using it. So you don't need multiple cables. And then, when you're ready to play, turn off your work laptop, switch on your gaming PC, and you're good to go. Or if you don't turn off your gaming computer, just press the second button on the back of this display. When you attach the bracket to the back of the monitor, we highly recommend that you do it on a large flat surface, like your desk or maybe a dining table. You also need a large soft cloth on it because you need to place the monitor face down to attach the bracket. You don't want some dust or debris scratching the surface of your freshly bought monitor. If you don't have any flat surface available, your next best option is to remove the monitor's foam cover and replace it in its box. That's because you need to apply pressure to snap the bracket lock at the back of the monitor into place. I've tried several times to lock it by sliding the monitor onto the bracket with the bracket standing up, but it just won't lock. And don't you ever leave the monitor hanging on the bracket without locking it. It's pretty heavy at 7 kilos, and you don't want this expensive monitor dropping like a brick on your desk, or worse, on your hands and keyboard. So, the proper way to attach the bracket is to lay the monitor flat on its face, insert it into the back, and apply some pressure until it locks. When it clicks into place, you're good to go. That monitor isn't going anywhere. No matter what you do to it, on its stand. I also give Redmagic a lot of props for the monitor stand. Its base is wide and sturdy while not taking too much space on my desk, while the bracket includes a cable channel and an easily removable cover. Furthermore, the bracket gives you a lot of options. You can rotate the 4K gaming monitor on its side by 90 degrees in either direction, you can swivel and tilt it, and it is height adjustable. What more can you ask for? Now that you have the monitor on its stand, it's time to look at your connection options. The Redmagic 4K gaming monitor gives you a lot of ports. It has two HDMI 2.1 ports, one display port, a USB-C port, and two USB-A 3.0 ports. You also have the USB-B port for connecting the monitor to your PC, a headphone jack, and of course, the DC power in port. However, note that the monitor does not act as a KVM, so the laptop attached to the monitor via USB-C will not recognize anything you plug into the monitor's USB ports. To make it easier to plug things into the monitor, we also suggest that you rotate it 90 degrees to either side so you can see clearly where you're plugging in your cables. The back of the monitor has a plastic cover that you cannot remove, so it's pretty difficult to see which port you're plugging into if you've already set up. Also, although the bracket has a cable channel for management, it's pretty hard to squeeze in all the cables if you're planning to attach multiple devices to this display. This is especially true if you're using thick, premium cables like the extended HDMI 2.1 cables I use for my workstation. Nevertheless, despite the tight squeeze, I got a somewhat nicely cable-managed setup with a Redmagic 4K gaming monitor. I also want to appreciate Redmagic for their thoughtful design. Bracket has a cover to let you easily manage your cables and then hide them once you're fully set up. But because of the tight squeeze, at least from my setup, it can be pretty hard to remove the bracket cover, especially if you have slippery hands. Thankfully, the bracket itself has a latch you can just open, grab, and then use to pull out the cover. Easy! Now, if you have a monitor arm, you should use the included 4 hexagonal studs. That's because the mounting point's triangular shape might not fit standard Vesa mounts. With the studs, you're guaranteed that it will work with any Vesa mount. However, this will block some of the ambient LED lights at the back of the display. The ambient LED lights at the back of the monitor does not synchronize anything. I feel that this is a missed opportunity because it would have been nice to help set the mood, especially when you're gaming or you're watching a movie and your monitor is in front of a white wall. Nevertheless, it's not bright enough to see from the front, even just as a reflection, so it might be a moot point. But if your monitor is facing away from a wall, anyone walking in your room will know that your monitor is something special. The front of the monitor has a clean design. You get nice thin bezels on the sides and the top, then you get a minimalist matte gray chin with the Redmagic logo on the lower right corner. Near the center of the chin sits a glossy power indicator that might look like it's hiding some sensors or maybe an IR receiver. However, upon closer inspection, it seems that its only purpose, aside from showing the monitor's power status, is to hide the cable going from the back of the display to the bracket. The monitor also has 4 control buttons at the back of the screen. If you're facing the display, the top 3 buttons are easily accessible from the side, while you can reach the 5-way button either from the side or from underneath. There are no issues with the button placement, that is unless you have a multi-monitor setup. If that is the case, your right monitor will block access to these control buttons. With that, you'll have to stretch your hand from under the monitor just to reach them. However, I just want to note a few things. In the menu, you will see picture by picture, but it's unavailable. You also cannot adjust contrast, DCR, and dynamic brightness. And in the other settings, there is Bluetooth and you can even turn it on. However, it does nothing. Maybe these features are reserved for a future firmware update of the monitor, so I hope Redmagic releases them soon if they plan to. But aside from these settings, I have one issue with the Redmagic 4K gaming monitor. It takes a while for the monitor to load my screen when I am booting my computer for the first time. I'm unsure if this is because I do not have a powerful computer. I only have a 10th generation Intel Core i7 with a 3060 GPU and I'm running 4 monitors off of it. Or it might be because there's just something with Windows, it's a unique Windows issue. Or maybe it happens because all my monitors have different resolutions. I recall that I do not have this issue when I use my MacBook on this monitor, and it also does not happen when I'm running it as a single display on my Windows PC. So maybe it's the multi-monitor setup that causes the issue. But aside from that, I have no problems with this amazing monitor. So, given all that, how much will the Redmagic 4K gaming monitor cost you? As of recording, the monitor is available for $869 in the US and Canada. Unfortunately, it's not yet available in Latin America and Europe, although we're hoping that our gamer friends in these countries will soon get their hands on this fantastic piece of kit. Yes, dropping $900 on a gaming monitor might be too much for some gamers, but if you're after the best image quality, the fastest refresh rates, excellent contrast, and near perfect color accuracy, you only have one option in the 27-inch range, the Redmagic 4K gaming monitor. Creating computer parts is a challenging endeavor, so much more if it's your first time making it. But even though Redmagic is relatively new to computer monitors, it knocked it out of the park. Thank you for watching our review of the Redmagic 4K gaming monitor. And thank you to Redmagic for sending over this amazing 4K gaming monitor. If you like this video, leave a like as it helps our channel grow. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more awesome gadget reviews and more from all of us at makeuseof.com.